Happy Ascendant family. Now, I know that I've made a couple videos about negativity and the impacts of it on you. However, these are different circumstances, and this is an important one as it applies to your cleansing. When you're cleansing yourself, negative energy is more than just negative energy to you. And you're trying to relieve your system of parasites and vampiric bacteria and things like that. These things actually absorb negative energy and lock themselves into your physiological system. Trust me, I'm at the end of my cleanse and they don't want me to drop this thing. Like, it's big. This is a serious thing because every time I drop just even a little bit of it, like I can feel my heart pooping. And then some of it comes out and the rest of it gets locked in there again somehow. I don't have the money to buy the expensive stuff that people have to buy to in order to liquefy it or something like that. So I'm just making life hacks and I post them on here. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's working though. And every time I drop some of it, it like it get hot. Like, so they don't like that and they try to lock my energy. They try to lock my organs. They try to lock the thing in there. And when people throw negative energy at you, like especially if you in your cleansing mode, like let's say you feel like you got to use the restroom. Then all of a sudden in the environment somewhere, you just walking down the street, or all of a sudden something comes by and it just makes this screeching noise. I mean, like we're not talking about negativity like that. However, it's very important to recognize that like if you got to use the restroom and then your refrigerator just come on, brrrr, that's electromagnetic frequencies. That's extra low frequencies, not to be confused with elven. That's elf. There's an elf and there's an elf. Elves live with nature. Elves, on the other hand, are extra low frequencies, and those frequencies they actually lower your vibration. Which, if your vibration is at a certain level, like a height, then it can be difficult to detach certain material from your physiological system, i.e., a parasite or some heavy metals or something like that, because there are spirits that you actually have to burn up in your energy field. And when your energy raises to a certain level, that's why they talk about saving your semen, saving energy, not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because once your energy reaches a certain level, entities naturally fall off that cannot hold. They can't live in that atmosphere. So that's a very important thing to recognize, is that we got to be paying attention to negative people that we around when we cleansing. That's why I'm glad that I'm in the space that I'm in, but I'm not, because it's like I got to experience a massive amount of negativity, but then I get to at least get some distance from it, other than it making a lot of noise. And like you want to avoid those electronics because you got your cell phone on, and then usually if you cleansing, when you wake up, you'll have to purge in some way. You might have to hawk a loogie, you might have to pee, or you might have to do rectal excrement. So those things lock it up. They lock it up, and they make it very difficult for you to be aware of. They make it very difficult for you to be aware of how to remove these things. Like, I recognize that actually your fingers are connected to your organs. So when I'm using the restroom and it's kind of difficult, like it seemed like I'm kind of constipated. Like there was one time where I ended up experiencing something really terrible, and I actually posted about that. Do not try to force it out. Like, I know how to use my energy to some degree to move it through my body, like to a high degree. However, there's physiological blockages to the electromagnetic frequencies that should be moving through your physiological body, which are these parasites. They insulate your body. So I was just trying to push it out like that. But there's another way that I actually learned how to do it, that I was doing it before I did that, and I'm going back to doing that because it's safer, is that your fingers are actually connected to every organ in your body. So if you meditate on your hand and then you begin to move your fingers while you're utilizing the restroom, then you can actually, once you figure out which organ it's in that you're moving it out of, or even if you know which organ it's in, sometimes it's like tied into around and upside and like three different organs. So I'm sitting there moving my fingers not just through the air. I'm meditating on my hand and I'm moving my energy through my body at the same time. I'm flexing my organs, and then eventually they squeeze it out, and it comes out. I know it's kind of nasty to talk about, but the thing is that sometimes you got it locked in there. Like I had a bad thing, and I still got a little bit of it, and it's bad. Like it's not one of those things that you can really play around about. And I know it's other individuals out there, it was the same way. And you can sense your energy a little bit, or you can see a little bit of your aura. And I'm sure this will really help. So there you go. I mean, if anybody thought it was too nasty, then they probably just kind of clicked off the video when I started talking about it anyway. But that's a very powerful way to remove something from your energy, especially if you got like a house. So you can kind of be separate from all the noise. Or people who might bust into the restroom if you're in a public restroom, and it's like you in the stall, and then it's the urinal, or I don't know how the female restrooms are actually built.
They ain't got no urinal.
I mean, I know they don't got a urinal, but
It's just
like,
toilets.
okay, so it's just like 2 stalls or something like that. Okay, so they got 2 stalls. Somebody busts in there, and then sometimes like I mean, you got to be real. Sometimes they carrying that negative energy, and just everything that they do actually kind of is, even if they're not doing it on purpose, it's just a vibration. So you got to be able to have some tools like energetically to deal with that. And that's one of them that I found that actually works very well. Now, sometimes it doesn't work depending on whether or not the individual who does that is aware of what they're doing. Because some of them actually came and hit me with magic. And I'm not being negative, I'm just being real. What you would call like a spirit warrior, and I've dealt with more spiritual negativity than you can imagine. Spirituality goes beyond just hugs and kisses. Like, it goes into witchcraft and wizardry. It goes into elements being thrown out of balance, and you got to go rebalance them. It goes into a bunch of spirits got massacred on the battlefield, and if somebody don't make it there in time in order to have love and have compassion in that space and be able to equalize and neutralize that energy, that those spirits in their confusion, in their turmoil on the spiritual plane, because they can't really pass on and they can't really reincarnate that way because they don't know where they're going, and they're in this frenzy, and they create this kind of fluctuation of energy there that becomes a portal for an extremely negative entity to manifest itself through. That's the type of stuff that can happen, and that's why you need to stay away from negativity when you're cleansing, because even just people's words can be a portal for entities to fly out of. Even just people's actions, they're a portal for entities to fly out of, and they carry around their own entities, and they negative. So negativity tries to latch to negativity, and that's just the way it is. We can't fight that. Like that would be like also fighting that positivity goes to positivity. Well, positivity don't gotta go to positive; it can go to negative. I'm like, actually, it only goes to positive. Negative goes to negative. That's the law of attraction. When you want to experience something negative, you start acting negative, and when you want to experience positive things, you start being positive. Neither of them went in either other direction. They both stayed where they were at. You are actually beyond all of those things, and you move your awareness into those states of beingness. And then on the material plane, you eventually make it there physiologically. You end up in better circumstances. So yeah, that's just a tidbit, and it's very important to pay attention to on your cleansing, because, like I said, it could be the difference between your cleansing taking a long time or it being short and sweet. And short and sweet could be 5 years. Short and sweet could be 5 years. That's not a long time for a cleanse if you're doing it right and you're eating organic. Or even if you had to start from GMOs, you make it to organic. That's not a long time. It might seem like a long time, but I mean, you obviously want to be free. Don't we all? Yeah. So that's it. And I love you all. You're beautiful individuals. Everybody watching this, even if you hate me, like it is the way it is. Hate is just another fashion of love. Like, you really couldn't hate something unless you loved it. And it just kind of turned sour because of circumstances between us in some way, shape, or form. Either way, it's just a reality that you choose to keep re-implementing into your existence form. Just like I choose to implement the ability to function and find out these kind of things and make it through situations over and over again so I can bring back this information. Like, and I finally made it through all that stuff to the point where I can actually bring you this information and I'm laying it on you. And they don't want me to lay it on. They mad. Like, I hear them yelling in the background right now. Like, it's a serious thing, though. Everybody can't be the same, and I recognize that now. Like, I wanted to be just like, yo, peace and everything like that. I wanted to make it to that stage, but then I had to come down here, and my ancestors scolded me. They're like, man, it's not you. Like, you, you ain't just peace. Like, oh, you're not like that. It's okay that that guy's like that. It's okay that that girl's like that. Like, I met a couple people who are like that. And I wanted to be like them, and I was like, damn, I can't do it like that though. It's like every time they like, it's because really you go do the dirty work, and it ain't peace. It's chaos. Like, you living in chaos in peace. It's funny. It's a paradox. I'm like, well, I guess I'm just that information that's really for the people who really need to make it out. So 1111 777s 888 333. We on the path of mastery. I love you all, like, seriously. Like, I wouldn't tell nobody this unless I really cared, because I really don't have time to waste or energy to waste. I'm sure you know that by now. Like as much stuff as I know, I could do all kinds of things, and if I really didn't like people, I could not tell you anything. Let's be real, I can just not tell you nothing. I love people. I love humanity. I love everything about existence. I love the birds. I love the trees. And I want to save nature. So I'm moving into a stage where I can be of use and of help to everybody, especially those who helped me, and really create a format on the physiological, on the material plane, where people can actually enter that space and then be protected from things like magic and negative energy in general. I just want to beam away at it. Like, every time I see it, I just want to beam away at it. And the ancestors in my mind and in my where I'm from, and everything just comes. And it's like, it's not time yet. Wait. Like, don't do that. And I actually did it, and I went against what they said, and then I found out why they said that. It was like, yeah, now you see. Like, you prepared to deal with this, but do you want to go through the stress of dealing with it on that level like that? Or do you want to deal with it from a higher perspective and actually master this higher law that you're learning, and then implement that on the lower plane, and then basically force this out of your way? Just basically you walking, and then it's like this huge army of energy in front of you, and it just basically just throws everything out of your way. And anything that tries to hurt you, it just gets beamed on. Like, it just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen it so many times, and it's a beautiful thing to find out that you divinely protected, and that all you need to do is finish your cleansing and make sure you avoid negativity within yourself and outside of yourself. So you sense some negativity in yourself, you sit with yourself, you say it's okay. like it's okay. Okay, I did that negative thing. Because when you deny your own negativity, you perpetuate it. It grows in there because now it has something to resist it. It's lifting weights in there. It's getting stronger. So you got to accept who you are and what circumstances you in. However, you also know that when you pollute it, you pollute it. So you can't help but be negative. So be gentle with yourself as well. So much love, peace, having your peace. That's what peace means. Peace means having your section and being okay with that. Everybody has their own peace. That's why you hear a lot of people, they say peace, and some people say, well, I don't like peace. It sounds like separation. I'm like, look, peace just means you got your own peace and you're okay with that. That's fine. Peace. You get what I'm saying? Because if anybody out here actually really had to deal with everything, I can show you what that looked like, and it's hard. So, and I guess I sounded a little like, but it's serious though. Like, it's a difficult thing to do. You can't just be like everything togetherness, and then you don't want to deal with everything togetherness when it shows up. Like, she done brought so much stuff to my plate on my table that I'm like, man, this is like dealing with everything. Like, I gotta help you, and then I gotta deal with them because they don't want me to help you, and I gotta do magic. And anyways, the point is that sometimes just accept your peace. Much love and happy ascension. You're a beautiful individual. See you later.